Have you ever really observed your thoughts, without judging them, without wanting to change them? Just watching them? It is from such a simple, almost innocent question that a disruptive inner journey can begin. Today we talk about Jiddu Krishnamurti, one of the most radical, beloved, and at the same time misunderstood spiritual thinkers of the 20th century. A man who spent his life encouraging each individual to liberate himself, not to follow. To think for himself, not to believe. To see, not to imitate. But who was Krishnamurti really? And why do his words still resonate like an echo in those who seek the authentic truth? Jiddu Krishnamurti was born in 1895 in a small village in colonial India into a Brahmin family of modest means. So far, nothing extraordinary. But fate took a sudden turn when at 14 he was discovered on the beach by Charles Leadbeater, a leading figure in the Theosophical Society. Theosophists, who were looking for a new world teacher, thought they had found it in him. He was gentle, sweet, sensitive. And so they took him to England, educated him, molded him, and in 1911 founded for him the Order of the Eastern Star. Millions of followers awaited him, ready to recognize him as a world spiritual leader. But something didn't add up. In 1929, at the height of his fame, Krishnamurti dissolved the Order of the Eastern Star before an astonished audience. He rejected the role of guru, renounced all spiritual power, and declared, "Truth is a pathless land. Man cannot reach it through any organization, any creed, any dogma, any priest, any ritual, nor through any philosophy or psychological technique. He must find it through the mirror of relationship, through understanding the contents of his mind." This dramatic gesture was not a rejection of spirituality, but a supreme act of free spirituality, unmediated by external authorities. And from that moment on, Krishnamurti became Krishnamurti. For Krishnamurti, freedom was not a slogan, but the only way to truth. But not the freedom to do what one wants. Rather, freedom from mental conditioning. Social, religious, cultural, personal conditioning. From childhood we are shaped by ideas that are not ours. What is right, what is wrong, what we should be, what we should fear, what success, love, happiness means. Krishnamurti invites each of us to find out for ourselves how we have been shaped, and how we can recognize those patterns and let them go. He doesn't suggest a technique. He doesn't give recipes. He says, look. Look inside. Look outside. Look at the thoughts as if they weren't yours. And ask yourself, is it really like this? Krishnamurti did not see meditation as a separate action, to be done with closed eyes on a cushion. For him, true meditation is living in constant awareness. Being present in thought, emotion, action. Without escape, without fear, without labels. Meditation is seeing clearly. It is the silence of the mind, not imposed, but spontaneous. A truly silent mind is immense, timeless, and in that immensity something sacred can happen. One of the most tangible forms of Krishnamurti's impact was the creation of schools in India, England, California. Places where education was not to be a conditioning, but a discovery of one's own inner uniqueness. We want children to learn how to think, not what to think. His aim was to sow a new humanity, not through power, but through clarity of conscience. He believed that if a single individual is profoundly free, he can light a spark in the hearts of many. His voice has touched entire peoples in every part of the world. He spoke to crowds of thousands in India and California, and even in modest rooms in Switzerland or Holland. His words, translated into over 60 languages, have left a deep but silent imprint, like the wind on the sand. Krishnamurti did not offer future paradises, privileged reincarnations, miracles, or salvations. He said, "The only moment you have is now. The past is memory, the future is imagination. The only reality is this moment, and your clarity in it." Yet, precisely because he did not promise anything, he left open the most authentic door to transformation, the one that comes from your will to look inside yourself, without intermediaries, and to live life as an act of pure observation and truth. Even though he talked a lot, conferences, dialogues, interviews, those who met him testified that what struck them more than his words was his presence. Silent, lucid, full. A presence that conveyed a non-confrontational state of mind, free from fear, resistance, identification. And when he spoke, it seemed that the truth revealed itself, without effort. Even after his death at the age of 90 in 1986, Krishnamurti's teaching continues to resonate. His books, his videos, his words are now accessible to millions of people. But the most extraordinary thing is that the more chaotic the world becomes, the more relevant his words become. In an age of artificial intelligence, constant stimulation, and collective fears, Krishnamurti reminds us that the real revolution starts from within. Not in the future. Not in 1,000 years. But now. Only in freedom can there be truth. Only in truth can there be love. Krishnamurti did not want followers. He wanted awake human beings. Men and women capable of being in the world in a new way, with a gaze that does not judge, a heart that does not fear, and a mind that does not repeat but observes with living intelligence. In a time when everyone is looking for quick fixes and ready-made gurus, Krishnamurti gives us the most powerful and simplest thing, the responsibility of our own freedom. And you? Are you ready to look inside yourself, without any more defenses?